Arcade Perfect, my arse. Right, okay guys, welcome to another Arcade Perfect My Arse. Now I've made, I think, 73 Arcade Perfect My Arses, and I would probably confidently say that this is going to be the lowest quality game that I've actually featured. There are not many arcade games that are rubbish, but I think we can safely say this one is. This is the mighty Pit Fighter, released in 1990 by Atari. Now, it did stick out in arcades because it had realistic graphics. At least realistic for 1990. I mean, before this game came out, all the graphics were just hand-drawn, you know, pixel art type thing. This game did precede, what would you call it? It did come before Mortal Kombat by, I think, a few years anyway. But yeah, anyway, this is arcade one, so let's give it a go and see what it's like. So, let's see, coin. I've never actually played the arcade one. Why is that not wanting to start? Alright, okay, here we go. Right, so you can play one of 1, 2, 3. You can play one of 3 people. You can either go smooth bloke, fat bloke, or pompous bloke. I'm going to go fat bloke because it looks most like me. So let's Buzz, ex-pro wrestler, height 6'2", weight whatever. Show no mercy. Now, if I'm not mistaken, is that Phil LYNX in the background, waving his arms about like a lunatic, or is he trying to fan himself to keep cool? I don't know. Now, if you don't know who Phil LYNX is, go and do your googling. He was the lead singer of Thin Lizzy, and he was also the son-in-law of Leslie Crowther, who used to present a TV programme. Was it Come On Down, whatever it was, The Price is Right? I can't remember exactly. So I'm just basically button mashing. You'll see there, the graphics, statically wise, look great, but the actual animation is bordering on non-existent. I mean, I don't know what the frames per second is. Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest selling point of this game was the fact that it had realistic graphics. Now, I'm just going to keep using the same move. That guy actually looks more like the guy that was in Rocky 5, was it? Was it Tommy somebody, another Tommy Gun, I think it was? It's actually hard to see what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, now I don't know why they chose to put all the audience, apart from a couple, in black and white. Was that just to kind of, so it didn't kind of detract from the sort of action? I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. Oh, he's got a knife. Now you can pick up weapons from time to time, like I've managed to do without even meaning it. You see there, you can walk about, so you know it does kind of scale the sprites. Is that Jimmy Savile at the back left here? I think it is. I'm facing the wrong way. Right, I think I'm going to get... Oh, I'm managing to combo him a wee bit. Have it. That's what you call a good comeback. Right, have I just done a continue? I think I have. Right, anyway, I think we've seen enough of the arcade one. I think we've both knocked each other out. Right, anyway, yeah, that's the arcade one. Let's take a look and see if the home versions are equally as bad. Right, kicking things off on the home front is the Commodore 64 one. Now I've got to say, that doesn't look that much different from the arcade one. which is less a compliment on the C64 one and more of the fact that how pish the arcade one was. So let's batter on. Right, so yeah, okay, right. Well, for comparison's sake, I'm going to stick with the guy I picked before, which is Fat Bloke Buzz. Right, okay, so the C64 one does allow a second player to join in. Right, and I'm going to do a wee jump cut. I've got absolutely no idea why it's a multi-load, because as you'll soon see, the game is awful. Now all I'm doing here is jabbing the fire button. I can quite honestly say I have never actually played this game before. I've never played the C64 one. So all I'm doing here is hammering the fire button. Right, where do we start? Well, apparently that's me beating it. I'm just hammering the fire button and I've already got a record knockout time. Yeah, graphics are pretty awful as you would expect. The thing is, it looks like, oh, we've got a multi-load here as well, which is going to mark it down a bit. Oh, fair enough, that wasn't too long. Right, now why did that multi-load? What did it actually do differently? I'll say one thing, I think the animation for the guys, the sprites, is actually better than the arcade one. I don't know what that's actually doing there. I'm trying to punch them in the balls, but... So why bother doing that when I can just keep using the one move and effectively beat the game? Yeah, it's gone for the same. Oops, you can actually throw somebody. I didn't even know you could do that. I don't know what you did there. Looks like you did some kind of ninja roll. I have no idea. How do we pick up the knife? You cheeky sod. He's got the knife again. Not that it makes any difference when you're such a... when you can't actually defend me punching him. Yeah, you can see there the graphics are awful. I mean, the sprites are tiny. I've got absolute... if you look at the guys at the back, I don't know what's going on there. It looks like something really inappropriate is going on. There's some guy bent over and another guy waving his arm about like he's having good fun. Don't know what's going on there. Yeah, the C64, I would say, is every bit... we'll play one last go since it appears you can just beat every opponent. Now, it looks like... Now, excuse me, but the actual sprite for me looks nothing like the actual sprite is supposed to resemble. Is that me dead? You loser, fight purse. Yeah, you know what? This game would have been made better if they'd actually gone for a... they'd actually just gone for cartoon graphics. But what they've tried to do with the C64 one is actually have digitised graphics. I mean, that looks kind of... I would let you away with that one, but the actual in-game graphics are just awful. So yeah, that's a 64 one. Let's batter on. Right, okay, this is the Atari ST one. Looks promising. Let our hopes be shattered. Now I'm expecting the graphics in this version are going to be pretty authentic because, let's be honest, there's not really that much to live up to. Right, for some odd reason the joystick doesn't seem to be working. Right, I don't know what happened there. It didn't seem to let me change. Don't know what I did there. So we're just going to be Skinny Bloke, or was it Poser Bloke? I can't remember. It doesn't really matter, it's still going to be shite. That's obviously a Hard Bloke who you fight at the very end. Insert disc 2. Oh, come on. Jump cut. Right, I think we're back in business. That's the problem with emulators and disc-based systems. Sometimes you've got to swap discs. Oh, there's Phil LYNX, although he's now in black and white. Right, now for some reason I don't seem to be controlling anything. Hang on, I'm going to pause it for a second. Right, I think I've managed to fix the controls. No, I'm not sure I'm going to get any more fun out of actually playing the game. Yeah, same crummy music. Graphics are pretty much as bad. I mean, they're obviously better than the C64, which you would expect, or at least you would hope that anyway. Don't know, I'm playing Executioner. Is he not meant to be the sort of final baddie or something? I don't know. Was I playing him in other games? I can't actually remember. Yeah, you know what I mean? The game is so sluggish. It is actually kind of difficult to get any sort of string any moves together. I mean, I don't even know what other buttons do. You'll notice there, if you get too close to the side of the audience, they'll basically throw you back into the melee. Take that. Yeah, I mean, it's... Hey! That's a good one. I'll need to remember that. Right, what's happened now? Are we going to level 2, I think? I hope. Now I think that is a girl that's maybe driving the forklift truck, but because they've used the most awful colour, I mean brown and brown, what is that all about? You'd think it was a Commodore 64 for God's sake. Brutality bonus. Yeah, I mean this game obviously appealed to kids who wanted to pretend that they could fight, and you know, this was kind of before Ultimate Fighting thing came along. Right, here we go, here's big south side. Yeah, it actually, I'm just going to keep doing that same move. Right, let's turn round and try and do the same again. Yeah. Oh hey, I managed to pick him up. Right, how do we quickly turn round? I don't think it's possible to do anything quick in this game, right? It looks like I'm dead, thankfully. Yeah, the game is just so sluggish. It is completely and utterly unplayable. Can you imagine actually paying, I don't know, 25 quid for something like this? Right, I've just inadvertently started again. I don't want to continue. Thanks very much. So that is the woeful Atari ST one. Now even Atari LYNX got a version of this, which I guess wasn't particularly surprising because after all it is an Atari game. Now unfortunately I couldn't actually start the game. For some strange reason my emulator is coming up some joystick error and I cannot get it working at all. So this is the best you're going to see. You're going to get a kind of demo of it running. There's a lot of reds and browns going on there. Again, the graphics, they're pretty much what you would expect. No better or no worse than the arcade one. Like I said, I can't sort of comment on the actual gameplay as such. Wait for it starting again. It certainly looks to play quick enough. Movement's not the best, but again, the arcade movement isn't particularly good either. So yeah, I don't think we're really missing out on not being able to play this game. You can see there the digitised portraits at the top look a bit naff. Possibly on a smaller screen they might look okay. So yeah, like I said, can't actually play this one, but I think we've probably seen enough. Right, this is the SNES one. Now I always remember this was one of these SNES games that was always in the bargain bin. I didn't have a SNES at the time, and I always thought, oh my goodness, how can they be selling a SNES game at £5? And I'm sure I'm going to demonstrate why it sold for £5. So let's get it going. How do we start? Right. Okay, right, we'll go for press select to choose your fighter. Okay, we'll go for Buzz again since we're trying to be consistent. Right, straight off the bat, very similar to the Mega Drive one, which you would kind of expect. I think the sound might be a wee bit better than this one. I'm not sure if I'm mistaken, is the movement slightly better than the Mega Drive one? I'm not too sure actually. But again, it's going for, rather than trying to replicate the huge big graphics of the arcade one, it's scaled them down a wee bit, and I think it certainly looks better. Yeah, it's still got the same crap movement, but this one, rather than having a bar, it's strangely enough, it's going for a little plus sign for your energy. Don't know why it's chose that. Game over. Right, we'll try again. Let's try somebody different. Select. He's bowing and he's getting pummeled into him. Mr. Blue does get extra points for having some rather fetching pantaloons, which make him not too dissimilar to You Can't Touch This, whatever his name was, MC Hammer. I'm just trying to see. Wait a minute, how did his energy come down so quickly? I don't know. Right, anyway, that's quite enough of that. That is just SNES one. Right, let's move on. Right, okay, this is... Dearie me, this is the Amstrad one. Yeah, blimey, I'm actually quite shocked with how this one looks. Not in a particularly good way, however. It's more the fact that the sprites are huge. I mean, look at the Commodore 64 one, the sprites are tiny, and I thought that this one was going to be the same. They're absolutely massive. So, I mean, I'll give it a bonus point for having big sprites, but I mean, what's going on there? It just looks all... Look at the colour clash. The use of colour. I don't know, no, it's kind of all over the place. I mean, they've tried to kind of replicate the arcade graphics, which you've got to commend them for, but it's really, I mean, it's it's slow, it's juddery, it's exactly like every other version that I've played so far. Now, I noticed there, he's lying on the ground and I'm kicking mid-air, and yet I'm taking energy off him. Look at that, the energy bar is going down even though I'm not even connecting with him. So I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, it's you know, you've got to give the guys, as far as, you know, 10 out of 10 for trying. Have they succeeded? I don't think they have. So yeah, that is no better than any other one, but it's interesting looking. So that is Amstrad one. Right, okay, this is a ZX Spectrum one. So let's keep our fingers crossed that it's going to be better than everything else I've looked at. Ah, that's nice. That is nice. That's actually quite impressive animation. Certainly bodes well, but don't build your hopes up, lads. Come on, how do we get this started? Come on, right, one player. Right, okay. Right, that's fine, that's set to ZX joystick. We should be good to go. Ah, now what they've done here is they have kind of gone for a more minimalistic style of graphic rather than trying to copy the digitised graphics though. Now wait a minute, if I didn't know differently, I would have said this is the Amstrad one, even down to the sound. Yeah. It is a carbon copy of the Amstrad one, which is not a good thing. Gotta say though, I mean the graphics on this are better than the graphics on probably every other version. Maybe the Amstrad is exactly the same, but it still looks awful. The thing is, it's a Spectrum we're talking about here, so you know, I suppose if you think about it, this isn't actually a bad attempt for a Spectrum. You know, fair play to them for trying to replicate the huge big sprites. But I mean, a game like this, let's be honest, the original, the arcade game was absolute crap to begin with. So why they thought it would be a good idea to convert it onto, you know, machines which were only a fraction of the power and had a fraction of the graphic capability is beyond me. You know, you're never going to put, if you convert a shite game, the conversion's going to be shite, and that's exactly what's happened here. So yeah, this is pretty damn woeful as well. At least it's marginally more entertaining to look at than, you know, the C64 one. I think we'll just play one round. Am I beat? Oh, am I hell? Or maybe I was. Alright, okay, I beat up at the start of the game. Let's try and finish this first round and then we'll move on to hopefully something better. Yeah, I mean the graphics in the background, I know what they've done. They've tried to kind of replicate the grey kind of colour, so they've used sort of like the draft board effect to kind of create a grey colour. But yeah, come on, just finish it so we can get on with something else. One more hit. Hey, right, that should be it. Right, that's quite enough of that. That's the Spectrum one. Right, this is the first of the consoles. This is the SEGA Master System. Surely this must redeem this game. Nice title screen, so that bodes well. Right, let's batter on. Starting level. Oh, we've got a few more options. No, we don't want to practice. Sound. Right, let's just. No, we don't want to. Let's just start with level 0. How do we start? Right, is that it? Right, we're going around in circles here. How do we start the game? Right, here we go. Right, so you can pick who you want. It's slightly different layout. And we'll go for Mr. Buzz again, or Fat Bloke as we like to call him. Certainly got some jangly music. Right, I mean, you could not get a polar opposite of the Spectrum and Amstrad with its huge, massive graphics. The crowd look slightly less interested in this version. They actually look like they're trying to hitch a lift. Wanker! Oh, you wanker! I mean, look at the guy behind me, he's just sitting on the ground drinking a bottle of juice. Right, I need to start actually concentrating on what I'm doing here. Now, you know what, I actually, as far as conversions go, I would say this is pretty much not like the arcade one at all. But they've actually produced a semi-playable game, and I think that's what the other versions should have gone for. Instead of trying to replicate the arcade version with its massive graphics, its digitized graphics. Right, we'll continue again. Yeah, it'd have been much better doing what I've done here. I'm going to stop. I keep moving about and I keep moving away from the microphone, hence the reason my voice gets a bit lower. So I'll try and stay still this time. I'm not going to go as far as to say this is a particularly good game. Come here, you coward. Kick him in the back. Yeah, I mean, I'm just pretty much pressing the same fire button. Think about the Master System version, it would probably have been, I don't know, 25 quid. Whereas the, let's see if you move into the, alright, you do if you move. If you move, yeah, at least they're slightly more excitable at the side there. If you move too close, they kind of throw you back into the action. And it's a bit more difficult as well, this one. I mean, one punch or kick doesn't actually take you down. Am I actually hurting him? I've got no idea. Come here, you. I mean, he's down to 0 energy. Die! See, he's trying to run away now. So what I'll do is I'll just punch him in the back. Right, let's try one more. Let's see the second opponent. He's certainly a bit more agile than his counterparts in the other versions. Yeah, I don't know quite what's... Bloody hell, right, that was that. I don't know what was going on with the crowd in the background there. Anyway, that's slightly more entertaining. That is the Master System version. Let's crack on. And yes, even the Game Boy didn't escape this travesty. This is on the Nintendo Game Boy, if you haven't already guessed. So let's, how do we start? There we go, can we choose? Alright, press and select. They appear to have no faces in this version. Right, we'll go for Fat Boy again. Right, as you would expect, this one is not in colour, it is, well, technically it is colour because even greys are classed as colours. So yeah, it's different versions of grey. Don't quite know how many different versions of grey the Game Boy has, but as far as consoles with grey colours go, the Game Boy is quite an impressive example. Graphically wise, it's not bad. I mean, you know, seriously, we're talking about a little console, a little handheld console that didn't have very good resolution, which probably lends itself quite well to this. Right, I'm just trying to see, now wait a minute. Why? Right, what's the one, there's a figure at the bottom that says 125, is that the executioner's level? So where's my energy? Where is my stamina about? Right, I'm dead. How come he's on 117? Yeah, whatever. Right, let's try again. Right, okay, I'm on 160. He's on 220, and for whatever reason, I've managed to hit him now. I'm just out to see I've got no... I don't appear to be hitting him at all. I mean, as far as conversions of Pit Fighter go on a Game Boy, this is probably about as best as you're going to get. You know, you really couldn't expect much more. At least I'm doing a wee bit better this time. Obviously, this has only got 2 buttons. I've said that the computer ones only have. Oh, it's close. Oh, come on, one more. Have it. Right, yeah, that's the Nintendo Game Boy one. That's surprisingly good for a fish game. I mean, look at the state of the person driving that. It's just a complete mess of pixels. Yeah, right, okay, let's move on. That's the Game Boy one. This is the SEGA MEGADRIVE one. So far it looks identical to the Master System one. Right, let's crack on. That's one thing about when you make these arcade perfect my arses, you're playing so many different versions of the same game, and if a particular game is rubbish, you start to lose the will to live. Just think of it like this, I'm playing these games so you don't have to. Right, let's go for Fat Boy again. Right, so far it's probably the best version I've looked at to date, which really wouldn't be particularly difficult. The graphics are quite arcade-like, but they've gone for smaller sprites, which actually where's the energy bar for the... Oh, I couldn't see it there looking at it. Yeah, the energy bar for the Executioner. Yeah, they've gone for kind of smaller sprites, but they still look kind of digitised, and I think it actually plays a lot better for it, which again wouldn't really be saying very much. Keen in the picture of South Side. Oh, that guy's just lobbed her. How'd you pick up the knife? Oh, he's picked it up. He's dropped it. How'd I pick it up? I'm trying to actually figure out how many there. You've got this sort of slap, Steven Seagal style. And you've got kick. And then you've got sort of jump. Right, how'd I get the knife? Have I got the knife? I think I must have it. Yeah, I have got the knife, so what do I do? Just throw it. How the hell did you get into the fray? Bugger off! I'm going to turn on him in a minute if he starts his carry on. Is that the Executioner at the top? You can see him top left. Looks a bit like him. Look at that guy that's sitting on the barrel at the back of me. He's not got any face. He looks like the little sack boy out of what's the name of the game? Little Big Planet on the PS3. Anyway, that's the Mega Drive one. No, I'm not going to play any more of that one. It's probably the best one I've played so far. Right, let's move on. Right, okay, this is the Commodore Amiga one. Oops, a daisy. Oh, that'll be that then, it's just starting. Quite nice sound. Right, I don't know what the hell that guy is doing besides for lying it. I don't know what he's doing with his right hand. It certainly doesn't look particularly nice. Yeah, it's only when you actually look at the background graphics you realise just how dodgy they actually looked. This pretty much plays the same as the Atari ST, which pretty much plays the same as the arcade, which is not a compliment in any shape or form. I mean, this one, unlike most of the other versions, it's kinda gone for a... They've tried to kind of use a pseudo 3D. You'll see that when you walk in and out the screen, the sort of the graphics, the background graphics do kind of move in a sort of 3D fashion. A bit like the graphics you get in, what's that helicopter simulator by SEGA? I don't know quite why I'm comparing a pit fighter game with a helicopter simulator, but you know what I mean, it's kind of pseudo 3D. So yeah, I'm starting to get tired of looking at these games, because this game is awful. It really is. So we'll play this level and then we'll move on. I don't know how I managed that. The thing about the computer versions of this game is there's only one button and there's so few moves. And half the time you end up doing moves without really realising it. Come on, I'm getting beaten here. Right, I managed to pick up the crate. Take that to the face. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm on a roll now. I think this is one arcade game or one video game that you would never want to play. Seriously, you never ever want to play it. Hopefully this video has put you off for life ever even thinking about playing it, because it is just absolutely woeful. Right, anyway, that's the Commodore Amiga one. No worse or better than any other one. Let's take a look at the very last version. Right, okay, this is the PC DOS version. So let's see if this is rubbish or not. This is the very, very final version I'm going to be looking at. I think, I'll be honest, when I started recording this video, I didn't realise there was quite as many versions, and when a game is as awful as this is, it's a chore to sit and play through as many versions as I have to make this video. So I hope you appreciate what I have certainly gone the extra distance for you lot, so you can see what a god awful game this is and you don't have to play it. Now, I have to say, the graphics are pretty... Well, when I say the graphics are good, I'm comparing this... Oh, I don't know what I've done here. I'm comparing this with, obviously, the arcade one. This is pretty damn good, right? I have no idea what's going on here. None at all. Have I inadvertently started a two-player game? Don't know. But yeah, it's pretty authentic. It does look like the arcade one. Sounds a bit minimal. There's no, as you can probably tell, there's no music as such. Yeah, I don't know what I've done here. I've no idea what I've done. Oddly, shadows are red as well. I think I've actually started a two-player game, but I'm only actually controlling one of them, obviously, which is why he takes turns to start beating up Buzz as well. Almost there. I think one round of this will be quite enough. Quick punch in the balls for good measure. Yeah, so anyway, that's actually that's not bad at all. That is quite impressive. That is the PC DOS one. Right, let's do a summary and see what the best one is. Right, okay, that is, I don't know how many versions we've looked at, that is quite enough Pit Fighter. If I ever play another Pit Fighter version again, it is going to be too soon. So, where do we start? Right, I'm just looking at all the versions we've looked at. Commodore 64 is crap, basically. It's got really pixely graphics, blocky graphics, tiny wee graphics. It just moves terrible. Probably the worst 8-bit version, I would say. Next one, what we've got, the Atari ST one. Yeah, it is what it is. It's not bad. It does look quite authentic. Animation's not the greatest, but it does look quite like the arcade one. Amstrad and ZX Spectrum ones are both hugely laughable, but you know what? Kudos to the guys for trying to replicate the arcade version. They could have quite easily gone for some simplistic little hand-drawn graphics, but they've actually tried to replicate the huge, big, massive sprites of the arcade one. I don't think any of them have actually worked, but you know what I mean, like I say, bonus points for effort. But both are pretty goddamn awful versions. Master System is a really nice version. It's gone for kind of Year Kung Fu style graphics. It's not tried to replicate the arcade in any shape or form. Still a shallow game, but it does look quite nice. Mega Drive is SNES, not a lot to really choose between them. Both good conversions of a shit game. That's about the best I can say. The LYNX one is awful. It's just brown meets brown. Really not a nice version at all, which is surprising because I mean it's an Atari machine. You'd think they could have tried to make it look a wee bit better. And the last one, the PC DOS one, is actually quite nice. So to summarise, I think in third place I'm going to have to go for, you know what, in third place I'm going to go for the Master System. Yeah, I know it doesn't really look like the arcade, but it kinda actually looks like an alright video game. So that's going to be in third place. And I'm going to go second equal. I am going to go for, this might be a wee bit surprising. I'm going to go for the I'm changing my mind here. I'm going to go in second place. I'm going to go for the PC DOS or MS-DOS version. Because it does look like the arcade, it plays pretty well, all things considered, when you think that it's based on a crap arcade system. But I think in first place, it's first place equal. I'm going to put the Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive and the SNES version. They're probably the best versions, home versions of this you could actually play. Well, I completely forgot to mention the Game Boy. The Game Boy one is what you would expect. It's it's a Game Boy. I mean, it's not a bad little version. But yeah, so in third place, it is the PC DOS. No, sorry, in third place, it's the Master System. Second place, it's the MS-DOS version. But the best version is a joint victory between the SNES and the Sega Mega Drive. All said and done, the game is absolutely shit on every system. It's a shit arcade game. It's a shit home game. So don't play it. You've heard it from me. As always, guys, if there's a game you'd like to see get the arcade perfect my arse treatment, please put your comments down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching.